Welcome to topic 3, factors limiting effective participation. Building capacity requires knowledge about existing and pressing needs, and local leaders fail to utilize such knowledge due to challenges in engaging with citizens to learn about their needs and perspectives pertaining to government programs. The main challenges to local government capacity building interventions are uncoordinated interventions, supply-driven interventions, multifaceted and often conflicting approaches, a plethora of uncoordinated funding mechanisms, and local government challenges to attracting, recruiting, and retaining a critical mass of technical and professional personnel. Challenges that seem to hamper the effectiveness of mechanisms meant to spearhead citizen participation include a long-standing culture of centralism and a culture of obedience, communication gaps among citizens and their elected representatives, gaps in local versus central government planning and coordination, and gaps in women's and other specific groups' representation. Other factors such as the illiteracy of citizens, lack of time, lack of sensitization, and lack of mobilization might also limit the practicability of direct citizen participation in local governance. Learning objectives. This topic has the following objectives: to support the local leaders in formulating a holistic approach to identifying problems, formulating solutions, and adapting to change. To assist local leaders to learn about the common mistakes of and obstacles to defining priorities and achieving set goals, and how to avoid or overcome them. To assess and identify problems and capacity gaps and other challenges that may hamper their work of engaging citizens and formulating adequate solutions to improve them. Topic content. Among the most cited factors limiting participation, this session has retained the following: inadequate and limited resources in the local government, limited collaboration between executive bodies, staff, and elected councillors, heavy workloads and spending too much time in unplanned and ad hoc meetings, lack of time for meeting and interaction with citizens, limited knowledge of participatory approaches in citizen engagement, poor leadership skills, dependence mindset of citizens, illiteracy and lack of skills among citizens. Points to remember from topic 3. Factors which hamper the work of local leaders to engage and involve citizens include, but not limited to, inadequate and limited resources in local governments, weak and inadequate collaboration between elected councillors and the executive bodies, pressure and increasing demands from the state and the citizens, limited knowledge of participatory approaches in citizen engagement, lack of time for meeting and interacting with citizens, poor leadership skills, and persistence of dependence mindset among citizens. In conclusion, this unit has discussed the legal and policy framework for citizen participation in Rwanda, mechanisms and platforms for inclusive citizen participation, and various factors limiting citizen participation in the country. Citizen participation does not just happen. An enabling institutional, legal, and policy framework should be put in place and reinforced with political will. Inclusive citizen participation promotes the right of all citizens to participate, including the most vulnerable and the marginalized groups. The main challenges to local government capacity building interventions are uncoordinated interventions, supply-driven interventions, multifaceted and often conflicting approaches, a plethora of uncoordinated funding mechanisms, and local government challenges to attract, recruit, and retain a critical mass of technical and professional personnel.